All right, welcome to General Safety Part 1. The rules that we're going to be going over today are the basic rules that you're going to use the rest of your life working in any shop. You don't pay attention to these rules, you don't abide by these rules, you will get hurt. You will hurt somebody else. Pay attention to what we're going through. As we're going through these, I'll kind of emphasize a few points. Some of the rules are very self-explanatory, but some of them need some detail. All right, so this is General Safety Part 1. Rule number 1. Always wear eye protection. These are not eye protection. Regular glasses do not offer the protection we want. You have to wear eyeglasses that have side shields on them and that are also Z87 approved. The glasses that you bring into class are not approved. I will not accept them. You have to wear safety glasses. My glasses, I paid extra money for. I have side shields for. I have them right here in my desk drawer. Now that I want to look for them, I probably can't find them. But I keep them right in here somewhere. Where are they? Oh, well. There they are. There's one. They go on the side of my glasses, and that keeps them for stuff from getting in. The safety glass cabinet is by the hallway door. Get your pair of glasses or goggles, whichever you're comfortable using. But you have to wear them anytime we're working on a project. Whenever you need to use a piece of equipment, you have to have my permission. You have to ask for the teacher's permission. Understood? If I am not there, you don't have permission to use any of the tools. Period. Number 3. You can only use the equipment when I'm in the classroom, when the teacher is in the classroom. If I have to go out in the hallway to take care of some business, I will announce to the class, put all the tools down. Do not do any work with any tools until I return. When I return to the room, I'll announce that I'm back in the room and you go back to work. Do not use any tools when I'm not in the room. If you get hurt with using a tool while I'm not in the room, it's your responsibility because you weren't authorized to use the tools. Report all injuries. Number 4, actually. I don't care if it's a paper cut, you smashed your finger with a hammer, you amputated your finger, it's there. I need to know. I don't care what the severity of the injury is. I need to know. I need to document it. I may need to send you to the nurse and have it looked at. I can't make that decision if you don't let me know. Understood? Number 5. Don't use any defective or damaged equipment. If you get a piece of equipment out of the tool cabinet and you're looking at it and you go, hey, one of the prongs is messing off this plug, don't use it. Bring it to me, show it to me. I'll either fix it or I will put it away and get another tool out that you can use in its place. But always check the tools. 6. Never use any equipment until you have been properly shown how to use the equipment. You'd be surprised how many times I ask somebody, you know how to run a circular saw? Oh, yeah. And I'll say, show me. They'll grab the saw, they'll line it up on a piece of wood, and they'll try to cut it. Circular saws have 2 handles. Most people only grab it with one. To properly use it, you got to have both hands on that saw. Let me show you how to use the tools. Number 7. Loose clothing can cause injuries. Roll up your sleeves. Tuck in your shirts. If you got baggy pants on, I want to make you pull them up. I want to make sure that you're not out there in some place that's going to get hurt. Loose clothing can and will cause injuries. All right? Put them away. Or roll it up, that is. Long hair. Don't have any problem with that, do it? You got to tie it back. You got to put the hair back to where it's not going to fall down in your face where you're working. You know, I don't know about you, but I don't feel like getting scalped by a piece of equipment. We've all had our hair pulled. It hurts. A machine doesn't stop pulling when you start screaming. It's just going to keep going. And eventually, it's going to pull your scalp out. Tie it back. We are now down to number 9. Jewelry. I don't wear jewelry because jewelry can and will get you hurt. I got my hand stuck one time wearing a wedding ring just after I got married. And fortunately, I didn't get hurt. I kept my calm, waited for somebody else to come along, shut an engine off so I can get my hand out. Some people would have freaked out and tried yanking their hand out. They could have cut their fingers. They could have pulled the skin off their fingers. Images I don't want to have in my head. Put your necklaces on the inside. If it won't go inside, take it off. Take your watches off. Take your rings off. The only jewelry that I will permit are the studs in the ears. If you have loops or hanging down earrings, those have to come off. It's not open for discussion. I know people try to debate this every year with me. It's not for discussion. I want you to go home exactly the way you came to school. When my class is over with, you can put all that back on and you can make yourself look handsome or pretty, whatever you need to do after that. All right? 10. Never wear gloves. When you're working in my room, gloves aren't going to work. We work with a lot of small, fine details, a lot of small machine screws, nuts, and bolts. The only time you're allowed to wear gloves in here is when we're handling rough lumber. And I try to buy lumber that's already been sanded a little bit, already smooth, but, you know, occasionally stuff gets by. 11. Wear closed-toed shoes. Sandals are not permitted. Sandals is just a way of getting hurt. Tennis shoes are not much better, but it's better than having exposed skin or your toes sticking out there and a hammer fall on it. I don't know about you, but that just hurts thinking about it. Wear closed-toed shoes. No sandals. 12. Wear approved earmuffs or ear protection when working around loud, noisy equipment. The nice thing is, we tested the equipment in our lab. We don't have anything that's above the noise requirement that requires ear protection. But you just need to be aware of it. Somebody someday might need to get a grinder out and do some grinding on a piece of metal or something. That is very rare, by the way, but it does make enough noise. 13. Wear a dust mask when you're creating a lot of wood dust. Wood dust getting in your lungs can cause pneumonia, can make you sick. If you suffer from asthma, definitely wear a dust mask or something to keep the dust out of your lungs. All right. Finishing materials. When you need to work with finishing materials, you have to work in a well-ventilated area. My classroom does not have an external venting system. If we work with that stuff, we've got to take it outside on the back porch behind the building here and work on it there. We can't do it in the classroom. It has to be well-ventilated. 15. Always clean up spills. It is your responsibility for cleaning up those spills. It's not the housekeeping job. It's not my job. You made the mess. You clean it up. Okay? I hear it every year. Oh, that's the custodian's job. We don't have to clean it up. No, it is your job. You made the mess. You clean it up. 16. Keep rags, or used rags, in a covered metal container. Oil rags, get enough of them in one spot. You get just a little bit of sunlight onto them. They can actually catch on fire. Spontaneous combustion. By putting them in a covered metal container, the sunlight can't get to it, and it also restricts the air around it. It can't burn. All right? We don't have a metal container here in the room. I will collect up all that stuff and take it over to the ag department. They have one over there that we can use. 17. Locate the fire extinguishers and learn how to use them. If there's a fire in my classroom, you have one job and one job only. Leave. I will make the determination if I can put it out with a fire extinguisher. I've been a fireman for many years. I've got better knowledge of it. I will take the responsibility. Your responsibility is to get out of my room and get to our staging area out by the dumpster. Everybody remember where we go for a fire drill? Out by the green dumpster. 18. Keep the cabinet doors closed and drawers. We've all walked into an open door, an open drawer somewhere. Sometimes it's funny. Most of the time it hurts. But keep them closed so nobody winds up getting hurt. 19. Never leave anything on the floor. that can be slipped and tripped on. Pick up the floor. Clean up the floor. I slipped and twisted my ankle on a small piece of PVC pipe several years ago. And if you've ever had a twisted ankle and try to walk a lot, it's very painful. Just take the time, clean it up. If you knock something off on the floor, pick it up right then. Don't say, oh, I'll pick that up later. Because later never shows up. It never seems to get here for some reason. Just pick it up, put it away. Bench vices. Keep the bench vise closed. They hang out over the edge of the bench, and it's kind of like a door and cabinet doors. When you walk into them, they hurt. Keep them closed. It's that simple. All right, that's all the training for this particular segment on the Engineering Safety 1. If you have any questions about this video, step up to my desk and I'll be happy to answer for you. I do have copies of the handouts. You should already have a copy of the handout. But if you've lost yours, I do have a couple extras. I don't normally keep extras. But if you need it, come up here and see me. Now, the test should already be active on the server. Take the test without notes. This is a closed book test. There's only one score that you can get for this test, and that's 100%. Well, I guess you could get a 0 too, but you don't want that. 0 means you don't get to work at all. All right. If you have any questions, step up to my desk. Otherwise, the test awaits.